Well, hello there, guys. It's been Nate here, adding to your lovely commentary of this game. Well, actually, to be fair, this is actually a bit of a record of the fact that these are my two back-to-back resurgence wins that I managed to actually pull off with a quad team, and the teammates were actually quite good, which is a very refreshing change when you're doing quads with randoms, because everyone knows that most of the randoms you get paired with when you're playing on your own are ones that are most likely to lick paste. Now, I'm just recording this kind of to get my thoughts of this new season that's come out, and of course my thoughts on the Resurgence map as well, while this lovely bit plays at the start and I dramatically fail, you know, as usual at the start, because I always do crap starts. Yeah, my thoughts on the Resurgence map, I actually do like it a lot. I mean, I'm a sucker for Japanese orientated things. I just like Japanese culture and I'm just into that sort of stuff. And I actually do like the map. Whether it's as iconic as, obviously, Alcatraz, I don't think so, but it is a decent map, and it's up there, of course. It's actually been a decent map, because Infinity Ward can actually do decent maps. My god, the amount of times I've said maps already. But I do like it. But my thoughts on the season is that if you are a Warzone player, right, the stuff that they've added is actually quality of life and things that are actually positive, and they've changed. Like, some of the loot is easier to pick up now and identify. Not perfect, because I still think like guns should be colour coordinated, so like ARs could be like blue to represent that they're an AR, red for SMGs, a bit like how Apex does it, but you know, that's a bit of my theories onto it. But it is fun, and the fact that you can actually run while playing now, that's a good refreshing change. But on the multiplayer side, as I've played very little of multiplayer, because well, I was into multiplayer when it was Black Ops 4, because Black Ops 4 was amazing. Activision, please remaster that, because I'd give you my money. But the multiplayer side of things, my god, they are adding like hardcore and ranked, and it's stuff that should be there at launch. If you're a person that primarily plays COD for multiplayer, hence the poor buggers that paid for this game, to be honest, you're getting done dirty, because there's barely anything been added, and that's even by my, you know, casual take. Oh, and yes, the Fennec is still quite meta. Yeah, if you're trying to buy this for the multiplayer, I do feel sorry for you, because there's nowhere near enough content, really, for it to justify the multiplayer side of things at all. I mean, to be fair, what they're doing on Warzone, to be honest, if I'm being honest, although they are positive changes, and I will say that, it's the bare minimum. And for those that are hardcore into the game and have been let down by this game, because I know this game had a lot of hype, and I was, of course, truly hyped for this, yeah, it's a big letdown, so I can see why a lot of the COD community, like the hardcore fan base, is extremely pissed at this game, because there's changes that could really be useful in this game, and they just refuse to listen, but there you go. And of course I miss my one-hit snipers to the skull, because none of them do at any range, not even at close range. If I get a man in the scalp, it doesn't kill, which is a pain in the arse, because I love sniping. I mean, at least it's somewhat alleviated in Resurgence, because you get people trying to drop in with no armor plates, so there is a bit of an element of OG Warzone sniping, but yeah, it's the way they nerf sniping is so sad. I mean, if they have to have a limit on how far you can one-hit headshot with snipers, okay, that's fair enough, because that was what it's like now at the end of Warzone 1. But there are still some serious issues in this game that were fixed in Warzone 1, which is you know, which is a big problem really, because they've gone backwards in many aspects. You know, I still get hit by random airstrikes that don't show up on the map, you know, and there's just it's a nightmare, and it is a mess and a pig shit of a game. And the movement has, of course, overall been nerfed, which I can get used to it, but for those that like the fast pace of gameplay, is crazy. And yeah, the other thing that I will mention is that the time to kill is so fast. Again, it's something I can get used to, but it is so goddamn fast, as you just saw. It's insane. It does need to be toned down slightly because ARs can absolutely pace you. And if you got more than one person camping in a building, you're screwed. But yet again, Infinity Ward, for some unknown reason, love campers for some unknown reason, and that is still a major problem. Is that camping and sound whoring with footsteps gives you so much of an advantage. It is unbelievable. If you are playing this game without a headset on, expect to die about 30 times next to someone that's just sitting there with a headset on in a corner with his fucking rank 1 gun, because it's gonna happen, and it's crazy, and it's seriously infuriating. When you get into good lobbies like the 2 that I'm in with a good set of people, the game is a lot of fun, but it's few and far in between. I can only manage, if I'm playing this solo on my own, I can only manage around about an hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours at max. And that's on both modes, both big Warzone or small Warzone. Small Warzone, resurgence, sorry. Because it's just, I don't find quads fun with randoms at all. It's just, they get on my nerves. And of course my friends, of course, they've gone off this game completely with you know, perfectly good reasons. I do recommend, if you want to listen to a more in-depth take on this game, go to Nescafe Depresso. If I said that right, I probably didn't, but please go and source him out because he's got some good takes, and he's been playing COD far longer than me. I mean, my all-time favourite when I really started getting into COD is Black Ops 4, so that should tell you all, really. So but Resurgence does have some fun elements, but again, because it's forcefully quads, if you're playing on your own, you have to be with a good squad. If you're not with a good squad, it can be an absolute slog. And I find the only way I can find enjoyment playing this game solo is if I'm streaming, because then I can just talk to whoever joins on stream about my plans and tactics. Whereas if I'm just sitting here as a casual, just on my own, not speaking to anyone or a thing, it's insanely just, I can't jive with it. I'm not on my own. Again, any game's better with friends, of course, so I can imagine if I was managing to duel up with my friends that are quite frankly fed up with this game, it would be a lot more fun. But there you go, they're not playing it for good reason, and you know, and I completely respect their opinion, you know. So yeah, so that does also mean, because in that I am playing this game a lot less, and I do actually have a job these days, that could equip matters. The content for this game is going to slow up. I am still making my Warzone compilations and all that kind of stuff, but obviously they're coming out extremely slow. I mean, I am slowly trying to make one in the process as we're editing this. I don't know when it will be finished. Might try and squeeze one out tomorrow, depending. Of course, I'm playing this game less now, so it does mean that, of course, the content for this game is going to go extremely slow. And, of course, these days, you know, I have a job, and I'm working hard as an everyday man, and earning the money, because I need money to live, like I've said before. But, I do think that this game, it's going to need to really pull something out of the bag, I think, by the latest, literally next season. Otherwise this game is going to be completely dead, no matter if there is good potential, which there is, but this game is going to die. And if horrible rumours are to be believed that they're going to be rushing out a COD for 2023 for this year, we're all going to be screwed, because that one's probably going to suck even worse than this. I mean, just look at what they did to zombies in Vanguard. That should say everything. But things in my life are going great. I recently celebrated a friend's birthday, and in return he modded a Nintendo Wii for me. So I've been playing more Nintendo Wii than I probably have Warzone 2 the past couple of days, because it's one of my childhood consoles, and apparently I'm stuck in 2006 flailing Wii remotes around and probably nearly hitting the TV because I haven't put the strap on. But that sounds a bit weird, but it's true. If you know, you know. But yeah, obviously the content will be a lot slower because I'm playing this a lot less. Hopefully I can convince my friends to play this horrifying game, but let's face it, that ain't gonna happen. But I do think, in terms of this game and its longevity, I think unless they really do pull some out of the bag by latest next season, this game is just gonna die a very miserable death. Because let's face it, multiplayer's already dead, so all the people who've actually paid for this game, including me, have been significantly burnt from it. At least we could say the campaign was good. But is the campaign worth $70 or 60 quid? No. But yeah, they've really got to pull something out of the bag, and they've got to go above and beyond and not provide just the bare minimum, like Claptervision, as my friend recalls them, often do. But that's going to bring the end to my very long commentary, as I've talked to you today 11 minutes. So enjoy the rest of the last, I don't know, 9 minutes of this match, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, wherever it may be, a stream, classic game, or otherwise. So yeah, take care, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.
Reviving you.
Enemy marked. Your team made it to the safe zone. Marking hostile. Hostile UAV
Target
active.
dismissed.
Enemy dropping into the AO. Enemy marked. Hostile UAV overhead. Careful, moving here.
Merde. Grenade.
Hostile marked. You're incoming. Dropping a dummy. Our UAV is orbiting the area.
Movement.
Enemy sniper marked.
Taking effective fire.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Impressionnant.
Oh dear.
I'm hit. In the area.
Got movement. Marking hostile.
Taking effective fire.
Get ready. Resurgence window is about to close. Gas is moving. Hostiles right here. Only 25
Mortar
remain.
support incoming!
Copy that. Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done.
Check!
Be advised, resurgence is no longer active. This is for keeps. Squad mates back on station.
attacked me!
Good work. Supply crates are restocked. Advise you load up. Enemy. I need mid-cal rounds. Enemy soldier incoming. You're losing ground.
Target down!
Head to the safe zone now.
Cluster mine deployed!
drone is active.
Destroy their drone! Movement!
Is active.
Enemy in the area.
You've got gas moving in. Move to the safe zone. 10 remaining. Keep it up.
This pistol straight down! Stay inside! Drop one! Take it back! You'll be okay.
airstrike. They never stood a chance. Good work.
Get fucking in! That was close. Fucking hell. Okay, these guys are fucking. Woo!